Very hard look at what's going on inside this country. Listen to what she told reporters on the way there, and I'm quoting, "Our insatiable demand for illegal drugs fuels the drug trade. Our inability to prevent weapons from being illegally smuggled across the border to arm these criminals causes the deaths of police officers, soldiers, and civilians." And she adds, "I feel very strongly we have a co-responsibility." Our foreign affairs correspondent Jill Doherty is traveling with the secretary in Mexico City. Jill?
Wolf, Secretary Clinton has a balancing act here in Mexico, talking about drug violence, but also talking about the broader relationship. Just as Secretary of State Hillary Clinton arrives in Mexico City, the Mexican government announces a high-profile arrest. The kingpin who allegedly runs a drug cartel in Monterrey, where Clinton is to visit Thursday. A rare victory in a violent drug war that's bleeding over the U.S. border.
The Obama administration, working closely with Congress, intends to provide more than $80 million in urgently needed funding for Black Hawk helicopters for Mexican law enforcement. These aircraft will help Mexican police respond aggressively and successfully to the threats coming from the cartels.
Her visit is a show of solidarity with Mexican President Felipe Calderón, who has staked his presidency on battling drug cartels. But the criminals, Clinton says, are outgunning his law enforcement. Clinton agrees with Calderón that U.S. guns, money laundering, and drug use are fueling the violence, which is why the Obama administration will push hard to get more equipment and more law enforcement to the border.
We are going to continue to monitor the situation, and if what the steps that we've taken do not get the job done, then we will do more.
But there's another battle brewing, a possible trade war that began with a trucking dispute. The Mexican economy is hurting, and some here fear the U.S. might resort to protectionism. Thursday, Secretary Clinton flies to the industrial city of Monterrey. She'll meet with students and business leaders and also visit a clean energy plant. All part of her message that the U.S.-Mexican relationship shouldn't be overshadowed by drug violence. Wolf?
All right, Jill Doherty in Mexico City. Here's some fast facts on drugs coming into the United States. Arizona appears to bear the brunt of smuggling-related violence. Some 60% of illicit drugs found in the U.S. enter through the Arizona border. Not all of the drugs make it through. In 2007, U.S. authorities seized more than 3 million pounds of marijuana along the U.S.-Mexico border. Moreover, almost 22,000 pounds of cocaine, more than 3,700 pounds of meth, and almost 800 pounds of heroin.
It's not over until the lady in the pantsuit says it is.